Okay, here I am as a student and I've logged on to EDU 2.0 and I see I have this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the assignment and read my instructions. So it says use Geometer Sketchpad to duplicate the function shown in the Google Doc, and the link is below. Okay, when you found it, write the corresponding equation on the paper to be handed in. Okay, so the paper to be handed in would look like this. So the student will have functions 1 to 10 and they're going to have to write the equation in here, and this is going to be written by hand. Okay, so once I have all 10 equations, graph all on one GSP file, or Geometry Sketchpad. Make sure that the 10 equations are visible. Okay, and then take a screenshot of the equations, post it into a Google Doc, submit the link in the assignment, and then it says don't forget to make sure to share the Google Doc. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to click on the graphs that I need to find the equations for. In this case, because it's just an example, there's only 2 graphs here in this file, but in the normal assignment there would be 10 of them. So I have number 1 and number 2 here, and I need to sort out what the equation is. And my instructions are to do that using GSP. So I'm going to move this over for a second, and then I'm going to open up a Geometry Sketchpad window. And then let me make that a little bit smaller and maybe move it over here so I can see both graphs at the same time. So I'm going to start with putting a grid on, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, okay, I'm a pretty smart student. I can see that this is a cubic function. I know that because of the shape, and so I'm going to start with plot new function, and I'm pretty sure it's x cubed. And so let's say I start there because I'm not sure what the transformations are. Okay, well that's great. I can see I have x cubed. Let me make this a little bit thicker here for a second. But it's obviously this one's going through 0, 0, and this one's going through down here at -5. And so I think I remember how to do that. And that means I need to put a -5 here in the equation. Okay, so this is looking a little better, but you can see here that this equation is going through the point 2, -1, and mine is not going through that point. 2, -1 is here, and so I must have something going on with the shape. Now let me look here. I know for a normal function it should be going through 1, 1, and it's not. It's going through 1, 1/2. And so I think I know maybe what that means, and I think it means that I need to put actually a vertical shrink on this to bring this to 1/2. So I'm pretty sure that the way I do that is to go ahead like this and to put a 0.5 in front like that, or a 1/2. Okay, does this look better? Well, I can double check a couple of things. So now I can come and I can insert a point here. So let's put it right there, and then I can check the coordinates of that point. And the coordinates are 0, -5, so that's right. Okay, now I want to see if I actually have this point here. Now this is going to be a little bit of an estimate, but that looks pretty good. So the coordinates of that point are 2, -1, 2, -1, perfect. So now I know that I've been able to replicate the same equation, the same graph like this, and so that I have correctly come to the equation, which is this. So then I would take that equation and go ahead and write it on this sheet of paper in pencil. Okay, so the rest of my instructions say that I should go ahead and continue to do this for the other functions that I've been given. So I won't do that in this video, but then I would just do this process again. And so I would graph, probably in a new window, the equation for this function, and I would continue to change my equation until I got the function correct. And in the end, I would go ahead and graph them all in one window like this, take a screenshot, and submit that in a document. So as the teacher then, I would receive a number of equations down like this to show me that the student had done this for as many times as was necessary, and I would receive this piece of paper by hand with the equations written in here. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all that for the sake of time, but I think that that part is pretty straightforward.